pickpocketing a lot of people. Maybe they pickpocket your mom.
Yeah, you're right.
I would press charges. I would be
But
like, fuck them.
Then I would have to go to court, and I'm not with all that. You know? Like,
you don't have to actually go to court. What most like what would have happened was.
But let me ask you this: what would they have learned going to jail that they didn't learn when I smashed them into the pole?
That they can't. Oh, I didn't know they smashed into the pole.
I mean, I had to restrain them until the police came.
Yeah.
So like, I think he learned more knowing that, you know, any given time you could step on the wrong, yank on the wrong tail.
Look. Of course, they would have learned more if you would have took them to the side and be like, yo, XYZ, right?
And his boy that pickpocketed me got away.
Right, but he would have went back and told him, like, what happened, right? I'm pretty sure he went back and told him. But if, you know, for you just letting him go when cops came and you just let him go, one, they're going to be like, let's target Asians. Asians not going to speak up because we're known for not speaking up already, right? We're known for not doing police reports. We're known for not pressing charges and stuff like that, right? So we're easy victims, right? So they're going to be like, all right, let's target Asians because we're not going to get arrested.
You're right. I see your point of view.
The second thing is he's going to go back to his boy and his boy will be like, yo, what happened? Nah, he didn't press charges.
Well.
And they're going to think they're untouchable now.
Yeah.
It's going to encourage their point of view. I would have.
Well, I was more worried.
Well, if the cops left, I would have took them to the side and be like, yo, I didn't press charges, but yo, you got to watch out, man. Next time somebody would have. They don't look like they would listen.
Because I didn't want to pursue it any further. Also because, you know, the guy was waiting for medical. The guy that headbutted me was waiting for medical, and I just didn't want. And thank God, like the whole train was on my side, telling the police what happened. Because it was like, yo, this is a little too much.
I understand what you're
saying. But
he learned his lesson already. He got punished in a way in itself.
I mean,
right.
God punished him, not me.
Yeah, God punished him already.
But
in that case, yeah, I don't think you should double punish him.
I mean, I don't feel like he would have. I mean, me saying I don't feel like he would have learned something in there is like making it sound better than it actually is. It's more like I didn't want to.
I think he would learn something.
I didn't want to go to court. I didn't want to go to court, and then, you
can't think like that.
It's hard. It's something that it's been ingrained into me since I was a child. Like, it's not that I don't trust law enforcement. Like, it's just not in me. It's not in me to, oh yeah, let me press charges on this guy. Like, come on. The worst that happened was little corner of my tooth. You know what? When I went back and I told my bro about, this fucking dude chipped my fucking tooth. You know what he told me that put a smile on my face? He said, thank God your teeth is already fucked up. Because like he said, thank God you don't got the best looking teeth in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. Oh, so, back to the subway thing, right? Yo, if the subway is so dangerous, and not if, it's so dangerous, this congestion pricing thing, you're forcing more people back on the train.
That's what I was trying to get to next.
Oh. My bad. Ain't you meant to steal your thunder? But I'm just saying, like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah. So the congestion pricing, all right, is this. Congestion pricing is forcing people to use the mass transit system, right?
Yeah.
And
refuse.
And so the mass transit system is unsafe. Also, I don't think it logistically is equipped to handle all the people they want taking the mass transit system. The other thing is congestion pricing. I think it's a big scam. Congestion pricing. I don't think it's really going to help anything. Budget-wise with the MTA, I don't think they're going to be taking that money and doing what they say they're going to do with it, which is like improving the mass transit system and stuff like that, like improving the trains, improving the buses and stuff. I don't think that's going to happen because they're in so much debt that money is not even going to get them out of it. Not even going to make a dent. And most of the debt.
Wait, what do you mean not make a dent? They're going to make millions Millions.
Okay, but they're in hundreds of billions in debt every year.
This is. I'm talking about. You know how much money they're going to generate just daily?
No, they're not going to generate that much because their debt is like 100 billion every year.
Okay,
annually.
This is money they wasn't getting before.
Yeah.
Even if there's 10 drivers and 9 of them stop driving and only one is still driving through the congestion thing, that's one extra person that's paying that wasn't paying before.
Have you seen like people put up videos on what's like the traffic look like now?
No. It's better?
It's actually like almost empty.
I have.
But these are TikTok videos I'm talking about, right? I'm not sure if it's actually true. Somebody's out there in Manhattan, let me know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let us know, like, if it's actually true. Like, congestion pricing, is it bringing down traffic and stuff? Like, is there less people? Because I'm seeing that, like, for the Holland Tunnel and stuff like that, the Lincoln Tunnel, whatever.
They have no choice.
No, they do have a choice. What are you talking about?
They have, if they coming to New York from New Jersey, they have to take the Holland Tunnel and Lincoln Tunnel.
No, they take George Washington Bridge.
Then they have to go all the way up to North Jersey just to go to Northern Manhattan just to avoid the congestion tolling?
If they're not coming to 60th Street below, yeah, why not?
But in order to go 60th Street and above, in order for them to go to Brooklyn and Queens, they have to pass the 60 below the 60th Street zone. If I live on 100th Street,
no, they go right off the George Washington Bridge.
You got to pay a toll on George Washington Bridge.
Okay,
it's not free.
Which is a toll on Lincoln Tunnel and the Holland Tunnel.
No, I'm saying for people that live in Harlem.
Okay,
if they want to drive to Brooklyn, that means they have to pay to drive to Brooklyn now. How are you going to avoid going below 60th Street to get to Brooklyn from Harlem?
Yeah, that's true.
You can take the Triborough Bridge. You got to pay a toll. Go through the Bronx to go through Queens, you still got to pay a toll. You got to take a big ass loop and pay a toll. Yo, they're not going to lose on that. They know that they say, oh, if we do that for the whole Manhattan, people are going to be in an uproar. No, we're not going to do it to the whole Manhattan. We're going to just put it on a section where everybody has to go through to get to here today.
You can't get on the Queensboro Bridge. Well,
that's on 59th Street. That's below 60.
Yeah, right.
They knew what they were doing when they said below 60. Queensboro Bridge is called 59th Street Bridge for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's below 60th.
Well, that sucks.
So
I didn't think of it that way. If you want to get to Brooklyn or Queens. Oh, no. People in Jersey, you go through Staten Island.
You got paid. You got paid to go through Staten Island. You got paid twice. You got paid for the Golf something bridge that connects New Jersey
to Staten Island. If you're going to Brooklyn.
And the Verrazano Bridge.
If you're going to Brooklyn, they pay that toll anyway because it's quicker.
Bro, there is no there's this congestion pricing just made matters worse for driving.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I think
it's a big scam though.
And you could see the handwriting on the wall because in Chinatown there's this street called Allen Street, right? It's 2 ways and stuff like that. It used to be 3 lanes going this way and 3 lanes going that way.
All right.
Because it goes all the way up to First Avenue. It becomes First Avenue.
Yeah, now it's only 1 lane.
Now it's only 1 lane. They took 1 lane to make it a bike lane.
Bike lane and a bus lane. Right?
No, a bike lane and to make a little island in the middle to widen it up.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made the lane next to the sidewalk a bus lane.
Yeah.
So now you can't even park on Allen nowhere, right? Because it's a bus lane.
No, you can park it out.
It's a bus lane.
No. The bus lane is right before the parking, next to the parking. Because I remember I went to Kanji Village a couple weeks ago with my friend, and I parked right in front of Kanji.
Oh, that's going that way. I'm talking about this way, going towards the South Street.
Yeah, there's still parking.
Sure.
There's a parking lane, then a bus lane, then a regular lane, then the bike lane, and then the island.
So now with this congestion pricing, everybody that made fun of me for getting those electric scooters.
Oh yeah, now you're making out, bro.
Now I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna laugh at them because they're like, "Oh, grown ass man, what you doing on an electric scooter?" First of all, my electric scooter goes 60 miles per hour. Right, I can go on the highway with it and everything. Like if I didn't have that accident a month ago, flipped off the scooter, I would be laughing at them right now. But right now I can't laugh because I still got a limp from that little accident. But that's the only way you can beat the congested pricing. I literally get to my house faster with my scooter to Chinatown than I do driving or mass transportation.
You got a license plate on this?
No,
Okay, anything that's over, I think, 35 miles per hour, you need
I know.
to register a vehicle.
They,
Anyway,
I set off the speed cameras. I know that. Every time I pass, wherever they have speed cameras, all I see is I feel like I'm in a disco, disco lights and everything. They register me as a motorcycle, I guess. But anyway.
Yeah. So in theory, he has allegedly he has a scooter. So the
Yumi Raptor, it's a big ass scooter. She's 130 pounds.
You're not.
Anybody want to see the video, the pictures of my injuries? I showed it to you. Yeah, my whole thing with everything was black. Yo, it was crazy. I was in the hospital.
But so back to the congestion pricing thing.
Okay.
They're saying that people, like certain people, are gonna make money on this, like Uber and Lyft and stuff like that, because I think they get a discounted price.
But they'll charge you, the rider.
Yeah, of course.
They'll charge you,
and they're gonna make a killing on it. Because more people are gonna take Uber, more people are gonna take Lyft. Because they're gonna be like, oh, this Uber, why you fucking drive down to the city? I got to pay $9, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a big scam. I don't think it's gonna last that long. I think
you know what made this possible, right?
That's my thing.
Oh, you know what made this possible, right? Technology. Because before they couldn't put a toll booth on the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, and Queensboro Bridge. Now all they have to do is put the cameras there.
Yeah.
And they mail you.
Yeah, but that technology's been there for so long, and they've been trying to do this for so long because they got rejected. MTA got rejected for their budget request.
Right? Oh my God, that's 4 extra places that they're gonna collect toll from. The New York City budget should not ever complain about being broke. That's 4 extra places they're collecting money from. Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, Queensboro Bridge. You know how many cars go through those 4 bridges daily?
Yeah, I know.
At one point, I went through the Williamsburg Bridge 4 times in one day.
Right, but my point is that I don't think it's going to last that long. Because, one, I don't think Kathy Hochul is going to stay as governor. Okay, I think when re-election comes along, somebody else can get elected because she's politically weak right now, right? She's also not doing the right thing. 2, Adam's gonna be out soon, right? That's what everybody's saying.
Who's everybody?
Everybody in the political circle. Because that's why the Democratic Party is putting up other candidates to run. If they thought that he was strong, and they supported him, they wouldn't let anybody else run.
That makes sense. I just started watching the news because of you, so I don't really follow politics as well.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be overturned anyway. But the thing is here, the scary part is there's more cameras on the street, right? The NYPD has a program where if you type in a license plate, whatever, they're tapped into all the cameras, right? So if they want to track you or whatever, this is how they found Luigi, right? So they want to track you, whatever, they just put in your license plate or whatever they're looking for, and the computer will do its work. It will tell you this car was here, this car was here, this car was here. Like all those speeding cameras and red light cameras.
Oh yeah, I know that camera.
They're recording 24/7.
Yeah, I know that.
Even though they're not flashing tickets, they're still recording 24/7.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're still recording 24/7. Meaning, if you pass by them and you're not speeding, you're not running a red light camera, it still records your plate down. So then when the NYPD runs your plate, they'll pop up that you passed by this street, you passed by that street, you were spotted here at this time, you spotted here at that time. That's how they can find you. So that's why, if they chasing you, whatever, let them go. You got so many cameras in the city, they can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Just think about it, Luigi, right? This guy shot the guy, walked off camera, got on a bike, and went through Central Park, right? Ditched his bag in Central Park, left, went to the bus terminal, I think it was Port Authority or whatever, and went up to Philly or whatever place he got caught, right?
Yeah.
How do they know all that? Because all the fucking cameras. They could literally track.
Big Brother is watching for real.
Yeah, they got AI system like Edward Snowden. He said it a long time ago when the CIA, no, sorry, the NSA had. He used to work for NSA. He's a whistleblower for NSA. Edward Snowden is a whistleblower for NSA. He's the guy that ran to Russia because he was giving up info during the Obama administration, saying that the NSA has a program where they could tap into everybody's cell phone, right, and turn on and use their cameras and microphones at any time.
I believe that.
Yeah. So now you think about that. If they have that technology, how many cell phones are out there? Everybody has a cell phone.
Everybody's a walking camera.
Right.
Yeah.
They can find you.
They can find you.
No matter what you do, you think about it. You do anything. If it's serious enough, they want to find you, they can find
you. Yeah, no, of course. And
that now here's the other part of it, right? If they have this technology, how come they're not using it to keep people safe? Instead, they're using it for their own.
I mean, and I know Osama bin Laden, they killed him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saddam Hussein, they killed him too, right? Okay. Now, aren't there any other American enemies, like in the Middle East, that they're actively hunting? Why they don't use that technology to chase them down, like the terrorist people?
Because they created terrorists.
Oh.
All right. For instance, Rambo. Remember Rambo?
The movie. First Blood.
The one where he was in Afghanistan. Was it Rambo 3?
I don't know. I didn't watch that movie. I read the book though. The book. The book was written by David Morrell. It's called First Blood. Rambo.
Okay, so
I read over 10,000 books.
So I think it was Rambo 3, right? Where he's in Afghanistan. And that time it was like what, in the 90s or whatever?
What?
We were in a Cold War with Russia, right? When that movie was made.
It was in the 90s.
What was it?
It was in the 80s.
All right, 80s, whatever. Even so we were in a Cold War with Russia still. Right? In that movie, they were talking about how Russia was trying to take over Afghanistan. Right? So the US trained the Taliban, right? And Rambo went to go help the Taliban.
That was in the book? That wasn't in the book?
In the fucking movie, bro.
Oh.
Go watch the fucking movie.
Which one?
Rambo 3.
I'm gonna go check it out later.
When he was in fucking Afghanistan, he's fighting the Russians. So whatever the case is, the Russians are like the big enemy, right?
Always been.
And Rambo is helping the Taliban, and Taliban is like fighting the Russians off and stuff like that. So now before, my point is, in the 80s, the Taliban was seen as people that were being oppressed, right? And the U.S. was trying to help them.
Oh, yeah.
But then what happened is Russia left because the U.S. helped the Taliban beat Russia, right? And then the U.S. wouldn't want to leave. Because the Taliban's like, thanks for your help. You're on your way now, right?
Yeah.
U.S. is like, no. We're staying now. So they're like, oh, so now you're becoming the Russian. And then that's when the Taliban started rebelling and trying to take the country back, the U.S. And that's how the war started. And then that's how the Taliban became terrorists. Just like ISIS, right? ISIS was always out there. It's just that they weren't that big because they didn't have weapons, they didn't have tanks, they didn't have cars and stuff like that, right? But what happened when Obama had the U.S. soldiers withdraw from Afghanistan in the Middle East, right? They just left their shit there. All their tanks, all their fucking Humvees, all their fucking rocket launchers and all that stuff, they left there. Their orders were grab whatever you could grab, right? Like your personal shit, stuff like that, or your personal weapons, whatever. Grab that, leave the rest of the stuff there. Because logistically wise, it's cheaper just to leave it there than to bring it back. They didn't dismantle it. Nothing. Right? At least fucking take it apart and be like, yo, take out the like some parts where they can't use this shit no more, blow it up or something, burn it down, blow it up, whatever. No, they just left it there. And when they left, ISIS went in and took all their shit, and that's how they got all their weapons.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like so, all these terrorist groups and stuff were created by the U.S. government.
you know, all this sounds very intriguing. Right.
Conspiracy theory?
No. Because, like I said, I've read a lot of books, and I enjoy a novel just like anybody else. Sounds very far-fetched.
Far-fetched?
I mean, all right.
It's facts. Look it up. Look it up. It's facts.
The reason I stopped watching the news, I wasn't always like this. I used to watch the news. Like, back then when I was younger and when I was incarcerated, I used to watch the news. But when I read how the media portrayed me when I caught this last case and all the stuff that they wrote about me.
Yeah, you realize that they're
that you can't believe
right.
the news. That's why I stopped watching the news.
Right.
So it's not like,
but
it's not because I'm ignorant or because I'm interested in a lot of stuff.
No. In every lie, there's some truth.
But what you said down about, it sounds very well scripted.
Just think about it, like the drug dealers. The drug cartels and stuff. You don't think the DEA or CIA stuff like that, they don't have a hand in that? You see how powerful
it would be easy to say yes.
Okay, because look how powerful the US is.
Okay.
All right. The US has the most powerful military there is. Right?
Technology wise.
Yeah. Israel has the most advanced.
You talking Mossad? Like special forces, Mossad and shit like that.
I'm talking about like the Iron Curtain, the Iron Dome, and stuff like that, where they have these things that shoot down freaking missiles and rockets and stuff.
I think United States got shit like that, but they don't need it.
They don't need it.
But you know why? They got 2 oceans buffering them.
Right, but doesn't matter. Our navy is huge.
It should be.
It's
we got so much coastline to
protect. Even if you combine Russia, China, and whatever country, we still outnumber them by like 10 to 1.
The Navy.
Yeah. Just the Navy alone. Battleships, stuff like that, destroyers.
I think country-wise, the United States has the most coastline to protect.